because we're going to be casting none other than the Danish prince himself. The unknowable MaxPax. The unseen. We haven't seen him. None of us have. Or maybe we have, and we just didn't even know it. Can you imagine? Maybe he was hanging out at Katowice, and none of us just knew who he was. He's like that meme with the guy in the corner. None of them know I'm actually MaxPax. Could be. Maybe somebody should go through everybody's pictures and see if there's like a common person in there. Probably not, though. Anyways, he's up against the #1 Protoss in all of Canada. Well, he's the #1 Canadian Protoss in this bracket. It is Maplez, the Apes. He has been #1 on the NA ladder before. Usually because a lot of other players leave League and or don't play on the NA ladder. But also because he's really good at this game. That being said, he's up against one of the best Protoss players. Actually, scratch that. He's up against the best Protoss player in the world. One of the best PvPers in the world. And it's just going to be really tough for Maplez. Very interesting to note, though, that MaxPax went for a high ground pylon. And I wonder if this is a positional thing, if this is because he's playing Maplez, and Maplez is known to maybe do some weird stuff. Or maybe he just feels like doing it on this map right now. Hard to say. Maplez is blocking the Nexus a little bit, so the Zealot's going to come out. Make sure that doesn't happen. Not even dropping the pylon down. Of course, Stargate is going down for MaxPax already. Stargate going down for Maplez as well. Okay. All right. MaxPax should be able to take this fairly soon. There is a Stalker coming out, and it looks like the probe is officially running away this time. So if this pylon gets canceled, that'll be about it. MaxPax will be able to take this base very quickly. I assume Maplez is going to take this one fairly soon as well. But right now, putting down another pylon in the main base, putting down a shield battery to help defend against the oracles that are inevitably going to be coming out of MaxPax. And going to be sending a couple of adepts across to maybe try to get some damage on here. MaxPax does not have anything to defend against this, I say, as the probe gets rallied to the correct position. Damn, he's good. His timing's absolutely impeccable. That probe got there just a couple of seconds before those adepts could have shaded through. Actually insane timing. The Oracle is heading across. There is a Phoenix being chrono boosted out from Maplez. So Maplez should be just fine. But, oh boy. Well, that is exciting.
Nothing to say, just some support.
Nothing to say, just some support. Thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. CPP forever. I hope you get to CPP forever. If that's what you're looking for. But thank you so much for that support. Do not get very many donations. Well, Maple's going to try to get in with 4 adepts here. It looks like we do have a little Phoenix versus Phoenix action. Both players just chrono boosting out those Phoenixes for now. Maplez has stopped building Phoenixes, actually. So, as I say, that looks like MaxPax is continuing to build them. Maplez is just going to build a Twilight Council and head towards Blink Stalkers. MaxPax scouting to see what's going on, sees that gold Nexus. He knows who he's playing. He knows what kind of player he's up against. So now the question is, can MaxPax do something about it? Oh, that's not for Blink Stalkers. That is for a Dark Shrine. Maplez, he's going full Aples here. Now, the Oracle was killed. There is no Robo. There's no Forge for cannons. But this base is probably just gonna die. There's no shield battery here. It has been scouted. MaxPax, he has somehow not scouted this proxy gate. This is such a bold gateway. but it stays hidden. I think MaxPax just goes down here and kills this. There are some units coming across. It's 4 Adepts and a few Phoenixes. The Phoenixes of MaxPax are coming out, and he has now scouted this. The Robo is halfway done. MaxPax is thinking about it. He's like, what's the one thing that could kill me right now? The shield battery isn't done just yet for Maplez. And it looks like while most of the ground army here for MaxPax is going to get taken care of, the Phoenixes are going to stay alive and be able to kill a lot of these probes. But the Dark Shrine is done. The first Observer's on the way, though. MaxPax is too good. I think a lot of other players, this would have just straight up killed them. But MaxPax, he knows the tricks, dude. He knows the tricks of the Protoss maybe better than anybody. And GG gets called as Maplez realizes there is, in fact, active detection on the map. Not waiting for an Oracle or waiting for a cannon or waiting for a Robo. It's already an Observer out. Just taps right on out. Good build there from Maplez, though. That was fun. That was fun. It just goes to show you something I mentioned earlier in this broadcast is how important scouting and knowing what your opponent is doing, where they're at in their game state, and just how important that is to being able to win StarCraft, and also keeping all of those options in your mind open of what your opponent could be doing. If that was like a charge lot all in, which is a valid strat with a gold base like that, a Robo would have been maybe one of the worst things that that MaxPax could have put down. That Observer would not help at all against a charge lot all in. But it wasn't a charge lot all in. It was a Dark Shrine. So suddenly that Observer is just perfect. But also MaxPax, obviously, scouting that gold base is a huge reason why he's able to win that game so straight up. I think a lot of players would not have found that gold base, would not have been able to react to it, go do damage to it. It's really only the very top layer that can handle things like that with such ease. That felt like an easy game for our Danish player in the upper right-hand corner of Hecate now. And now he's up 1-0, trying to win the second PvP. It's MaxPax. His opponent in the lower left-hand corner is none other than Maplez. Maplez the Aples on Team Gosu. MaxPax, of course, representing Psystorm Gaming. In this game, he is going for the low ground gate because he's MaxPax and that's what he does. I feel like this probe took a weird path to get here, but I think it's there nonetheless. Maplez opening up with the more standard 2-gate on the high ground. I love how calm MaxPax is about like there being a probe here. One of MaxPax's big strengths is that it feels like his build order is maybe it's a little off kilter from what a lot of other players do, particularly in PvP with the low ground gateway and things like that, and only ever a single gate. Even when it's up on the high ground, it's just one gate. But he's so practiced at what to do when the opponent has, various responses to this, right? Whether it's the probe blocking, maybe a pylon going down, maybe even the cyber core, maybe nothing getting blocked here. Like, there's so many different options that the opponent can do against it. But it feels like MaxPax understands each and every one of them and how to respond. And he's so good at it. He's just so calm about it. It doesn't ever feel like he said, okay, I'm going to do this game, and then the opponent blocks it, and he's like, oh, no, I got to think on the fly. No. He knows. He's got that spreadsheet. He knows every single little thing he should be doing against it. It makes it so hard to feel like you gain an upper edge early, an upper hand early on in the game. Anyways, Maplez going for a Stargate again. Of course, we do have the Stargate coming out of MaxPax. This is the standard build order for him when his Nexus gets blocked. Gate, Cybercore, Stargate. And also because he you know, didn't scout anything over here that made him think there was going to be an expansion. We do see the pylon on the low ground for Maples now. But we've got a hidden probe. And oh my god, another hidden base, dude. I love them so much. Maples, thank you. Thank you, Maples. The Adept's going to try to sneak in. And actually, hold on. Hold on, MaxPax messed up. MaxPax messed up. These two Adepts are not supposed to get in. I don't know, maybe he didn't have 100 minerals to drop down the shield battery because he definitely had the probe in position. This is suddenly terrible for MaxPax. That is 5 dead probes. And we're going to see a recall, I assume, on the Oracle, which was getting hit by a Phoenix immediately. That's going to be able to help kill these Adepts. Looks like maybe one more probe goes down before the Adept gets zapped there. But that's 6 probes for those 2 Adepts. Absolutely worth it. Plus the recall on the Oracle. The Oracle using a bunch of energy to kill the Adepts. And Maples, in the meantime, has a base almost finished back at home, which MaxPax, I don't think, has any idea about. Yeah, the Oracle. Honestly, if the Oracle had run away in normal fashion, would have spotted this. Oh, but the Phoenix sees the Oracle, catches it somehow in the bottom corner. MaxPax does just walk across the map with 3 Stalkers, though, and that's a bit weird. It's a bit awkward. There are some Phoenixes around here for both players. MaxPax, of course, has a shield battery back at home. He's already recalled, so he actually can't recall these Stalkers home. Oh, but Maple's going to try to take advantage of the Phoenixes lifting up. Oh, and MaxPax losing a Phoenix. Uncharacteristic mistake here as probes get pulled against the Adepts. But now the Stalkers are breaking in, and Maples doesn't have anything back at home to defend this. A lot of probes are going down. MaxPax does have 2 bases, though. I feel like Maples needs to recall these Phoenixes. Shield battery getting hit. There is... Oh, there's no recall available. Wait a minute. Did Maples... He recalled probes over here, so he couldn't recall his Phoenixes back home. They are very quick. Doesn't look like MaxPax has really gotten any probe kills, and now the Phoenixes are going to come back, and they should be able to just clean this up. But Maples is going to tap out. I don't know if something was hitting his other base or what. But MaxPax... He takes the 2-0. Maple's giving us some funky and fun games. Some fun key games.